if they can get rid of the eyes quick, then you're looking at
A blind gorilla.
85 men versus a blind gorilla. And who wins out of 85 men or a blind gorilla?
Who's gonna win? Gorilla or 100 men? I've heard a lot of different opinions on this matter. As far as I can tell, it's about split 50-50 as to people's opinions as to who would win.
Yeah, I think... Okay, so to me, there's a few different things, right? And depending on
3 variables.
Yeah, there's a few variables. Like the first main variable is like, are the men just prepared to die?
Sure, because the first ones that go in there, they're done.
Yeah,
they're toast. No chance.
And if they're not prepared to just give their lives away, then the gorilla wins, and then everyone dies. That's my first thinking, right? But provided they're all like, you know what, some of us are going to have to die, and we're going to fully commit, then the men win easily, hands down, right? And look, my thinking is right. You're going to get 20 men rush at the gorilla, right? He can take a few of them out, but some of them are getting on his back, some of them are getting to the head, and they're taking the eyes out.
Right.
So then...
And they're scratching and they're biting and playing
right?
dirty.
But look, if they can get rid of the eyes quick, then you're looking at...
A blind gorilla.
85 men versus a blind gorilla. And who wins out of 85 men or a blind gorilla? I'm taking the 85 men. So
how old are these men, though?
I think you have to go average military age man.
Yeah.
To 25.
But good question. Because if half of them are just old and then half of them are boys, then it's like it really...
No, but and again, when you're thinking of... we're thinking prime gorilla.
Yeah. We are thinking prime gorilla and prime
There
man.
was a big... He was a strongman champion. I'm pretty sure he weighed in on this, and he said he reckoned 2 of him at his peak could take on a gorilla.
How much do gorillas weigh?
Hey Siri, how much does a silverback gorilla weigh?
An adult male gorilla weighs between 300 and 430 pounds.
And and how much did the strongman weigh at his peak?
Close to 300 pounds.
Yeah, I'd probably
250.
put the money on the gorilla, but I could see it.
Because they're very powerful charges as well. If they charge to, they could take out 20 guys before we've even taken a hit.
You just have to structure your battle formation well.
Right. So there needs to be a general.
There needs to be a general, someone directing the troops, and then we're going to be fine.
Okay. So your consensus is the men win.
The men win.
I think so too. Mainly because I think surely the gorilla gets tired.
It does.
I don't know. They're not.
I've heard they have bad stamina.
Yes. See, what they look like is they're massive muscle mass, right?
Yeah.
But they're not lean on their frame. That's great for power and explosiveness. But it's like Usain Bolt versus like a marathon runner.
Yep.
Usain Bolt's what, 3 or 4 times the weight, maybe?
Yeah. Twice.
But either way, he's more powerfully built. Great for the short distances. But he's not going to have the stamina to compete with a... I just think 100 men wear the gorilla out.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
And ultimately, that's that.
I think it's a simple answer. The men win.
Yeah, 100%.